Hey everyone, it's Danny, and I'm going to be narrating this battle I had with Duude1991 for my 100th subscriber. Kind of a special. Not really, it's just a normal battle. But, no, that doesn't matter. Let's move on. 1 second. Alright. We both send out our leads. He has Mr. T, the Machamp, and I have Lunar, the Az-Elf, and I'm physical scarfed. So I go straight for the Zen Headbutt, and yeah, going down, and no KO. So he goes for the Thunder Punch and almost does half. So I'm gonna just stay in and hope he lets me kill him, which he doesn't. He goes into Scizor, and I hit him with the Zen Headbutt. Yeah, that doesn't do much at all, so I switch out, and I kind of predicted the U-turn, hoping he didn't pursue. But yeah, I go into Aggron, Headstrong, who takes the U-turn like a beast. CB Aggron, Aqua Tail the Claydol, Gay, takes it not too well. It's like, CB Aggron is a fucking beast. That does like 80%, and he switches out to AVG, the Porygon 2. Who's gonna take the Aqua Tail pretty well, but it's still pretty impressive damage. Now I'm gonna switch out just so I don't have to get T-Waved or something, but instead he goes for the Ice Beam, predicting something else as I go into my Pert, who's a Sub Puncher, but he gets Crit Frozen because of Andy. Andy always ruins all my battles lately, but yeah. Now we're gonna do a little stalling. Not really, he's just gonna be doing some thunderbolting and ice beaming. Like, he's trying to be nice and let me unthaw, but I get a really long freeze, so that doesn't work out really well. Yeah, you're gonna see that for the next few turns, and I have nothing to talk about, so yeah, you can just watch this. This is really boring. I don't know. Yeah, this is the longest freeze ever. Like, seriously. I don't even unthaw on my own. Well, you'll see later what happens. But I should have counted up the turns. This took forever. At this point, we just decide, alright, this is taking way too fucking long, so we're just gonna play on, and yeah, that's it. So he goes into Machamp, and yep, I'm still frozen. There we go. And I go into Ms. Magius in a second. Wait 1 second. Yeah, right here. Boo Radley. I predicted the Dynamic Punch, but no, he rests. And yeah, all the way back to full HP is Machamp, which is a little upsetting, but that's all good. Yeah, so now I go for a Calm Mind as he goes into Scizor. I am so lucky that he wasn't Pursuit Scizor, because I would have died. Instead, he goes for the U-turn, predicting a switch. Like halfway predicting a switch and stuff. And then he goes into a Heatran, which I also play bad against, and I think it would be slower than me, but it's scarfed. I'm not sure why I didn't predict that, but I just didn't, and I didn't go with the HP fighting. Instead I substitute, but I was too weak. And right here I go into Swampert to take the Flamethrower. It was my only fire resist, and I didn't even realize this, but I unthaw when I get hit with fire moves. But yeah, that's pretty cool. But I get critical hitted, more Andying on my TSP's friend. That sucks, and no one will see my substitute punching from TSP's video, Swampert. But yeah, that's the set. And max attack, waterfall, torrent boosted, does a lot to Gardevoir, and I'm happy with that. Poor Ihor, so close to dying. So I predict a Will-O-Wisp, and I go out to Zapdos, who's gonna take that. Yeah, whatever. So this is my only special attacker right now. So I go for the U-turn, predicting a switch to Gay, but he stays in, which isn't great. But you know, that's what happens. And so I U-turn into Azov, who I'm also gonna U-turn with. Just, I knew he was gonna, well, if he stayed in, he was dead, but I thought he was gonna switch, so either way, it wasn't bad for me. He goes into Scizor, who's gonna get healed up to about 85%-ish, as I go into my Nidoqueen. What the fuck am I saying? Alright, sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna Stealth Rock here, because Scizor can't really hurt, Queen too much, I guess. But yeah, he goes into Gay, and I go for the Crunch, and almost KO. Gay always hangs on by like 2 HP in all our battle. I don't even know what that was, but it was close. Just like Machamp, but yeah. He Psychics, and it does a little over half. I thought it would do more, so that's good for me. Crunch finishes him off, and yeah, I think, no, the game's still pretty close right now. I think it's 6-5 or something, I don't know. But now I break the Earth Power, and I go back into good old Boo Radley, and yeah, that was what he did. And now I'm just gonna HP fighting, because I can't sub, and if I succumb mine, I'll just get killed by a Bullet Punch. Yeah, that doesn't do anything at all to Scizor, but alright. So he misclicked there. He went for a quick attack, which is like the worst thing possible. Lucky for me, he did, because now I get to keep old Boo Radley around. So I sub up again, right here, and he goes into Heatran. And now I'm going to get some Andying of my own going on, and I get a critical hit after the sub breaks. Yeah, right here. He thought it might be HP ground, which it isn't. There we go. Alright, no. He goes to Scizor now, and he goes for the move he wanted in the first place, Bullet Punch, and I die. And now I go to my only Steel Resist at this point, Zapdos, and I barely hang on, and I kill him with a T-Bolt, and yeah, that's good, but I die to a burn. That sucks. So, alright, now I send out Lunar on the double switch, and he goes to AVG, and I decide to explode there, right there. And this was a tough one because, I wasn't sure if he was going to go to Ihor to, like, sponge the explosion at, like, 10%, but, I don't know. So next, let's see what's going on. Yeah, I bring in Headstrong, and he brings in an Ihor, and Earthquake will definitely take him out. And I'm faster because I run max speed, which is good. And he goes into Machamp, who I'm also faster than. He's sleeping, and he goes for the Rest Talk after I hit him pretty hard with a Bandit EQ. And he gets Rest, which he actually called on the chat. He's like, in before Rest. And I kill him with an EQ, and that was a really good game. Tom, thanks for being my 100th subscriber, and thank you all for watching my videos. See you later.